What's up guys, Mike from Rockville, and today I'm going to show you how to attach your dynamic microphone or condenser microphone to our RG30 ROGAN stand. Now at this point we have our boom arm into our C-clamp and we're ready to attach our microphone. So you want to make the decision, am I attaching a dynamic microphone or a condenser microphone? The reason you want to think about that is because the microphones might need different clips. You can use the included microphone clip for most traditional size dynamic microphones, as well as some condenser microphones that are in the dynamic mic format. But other microphones, like a condenser microphone, might require a shock mount. In either case, whether it's a mic clip or a shock mount, it's going to attach to this end of the ROGAN stand 30 over here, and you're just going to take the back end and screw it right onto the stand like this. And as I mentioned before, if your microphone clip or shock mount has a thinner interior over here, you can always remove this piece, which will expose a thinner threading. So let's say we're setting up a dynamic mic. I'm going to grab my microphone clip that's included with the ROGAN stand 30, line it up to this end of the ROGAN stand 30, and then just screw it on into place. Now on the ROGAN stand 30, there are these three knobs. 1, 2, 3. These three knobs allow us to adjust the position and the boom arm itself. So if I adjust this one, I loosen it, I can then swivel up and down this piece over here. If I adjust this knob over here, it will allow me to really open up the boom arm. And if I loosen this knob at the bottom, it will actually adjust the tilt of the ROGAN stand, so I can tilt it forward or backwards. So once I find a position I like, I can lock it into place like that. And then of course, the ROGAN stand freely swivels for easy movement. Great, so once you have a position for your ROGAN stand and you have the mic clip attached to it, you can take your dynamic microphone and slide it through the clip like this. Remember, you want your dynamic microphone to be pointing at mouth level. Now that we have a microphone on the clip and everything, we can actually take our included 6.5 foot XLR cable and actually run it through the boom arm for a hidden look. To do that, we're actually going to pull down on these little wire clips that have these little grooves. Once you open all of them up, we can then feed our XLR mic cable through it. So you're going to want to make sure the female end is closest to the dynamic mic. We can actually plug it in. Once that's in, we're going to take our cable, run it through the wire clips like this, and then lock the wire clips on the top. And then the male end of your XLR cable will then plug into your interface, your mixer, whatever you're using in your audio setup. So this is the setup for a dynamic microphone. Now there is one thing that is potentially missing, and that is a pop filter. Now a lot of dynamic microphones have their own shields built into them, but if you wanted to add a pop filter, we can. I have the Rock Pop here. Now the place you're going to want to place this on your actual stand is not on this arm over here, but on this little space here. I'm going to take my pop filter, and I'm just going to screw it into place. And then we're going to just want to make sure the pop filter is right in line with the dynamic microphone like this. And now at this point, we have a fully functional mic stand and microphone set up with a pop filter. And you can see it's so easy to adjust the RG30. You just move it into any position. And then if you want to make any additional changes, you can just use the knobs running along the side. So the setup for a condenser microphone is really similar to the setup for a dynamic microphone, so I'm going to leave the XLR cable in the stand already. For most condenser microphones, they might come with their own shock mount, or you can purchase a different shock mount like the Rock Shock from Rockville. What this is going to do is hold the microphone, and you're just going to attach it to the stand the same way. So you'll line up this end with this part over here, and you're just going to screw it on. Once you have your shock mount on the ROGAN stand 30, you can take your microphone. In my case, I have the RCM Pro. Squeeze these ends of your shock mount and place your microphone through. Now it's very important that the front of the microphone is facing your mouth so that it can capture all of the sound clearly. Now once we have our condenser microphone in its shock mount, we're actually going to need a pop filter because a lot of condenser microphones are extremely sensitive and can pick up plosives very clearly. So in the case of most of our Rockville condenser microphones, they come with their own pop filter like here. So in this case, I would just put it on like this. But if you had a different condenser microphone, you might want to get the Rock Pop filter and attach it just like we did in the dynamic section, placing this over here and screwing it into place like this. The last step is to just plug the female end of the XLR cable into the microphone like this, and then plug the male end into our interface, mixer, whatever. And just remember, since you're using a condenser microphone, don't forget to engage the 48 volts of phantom power. So hopefully this video showed you how easy it is to set up your dynamic or condenser microphone with your ROGAN Stand 30. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support tech team through phone or email. As always, guys, I'm Mike from Rockville, and I'll see you in the next one.